Take a look at this. An old, abandoned Komatsu remote control excavator, weathered and covered in layers of rust and grime. Years of neglect have worn it down, leaving it in desperate need of a transformation. But today, we're giving it a new life. Ever wondered what it takes to fully restore a piece like this? We'll be diving into every detail of this journey, from deep cleaning and scrubbing to reassembly and a brand new paint job. By the end, you won't believe this is the same machine. If you're as excited as we are to see this transformation, please give this video a thumbs up and hit subscribe. It really helps us keep making more of these restoration projects for you. To restore a remote control excavator like this one, you need patience, skill, and an eye for detail. Restorations are more than just making something look nice. It's about bringing back function and longevity. Today, we'll take on this project in 3 main stages: the careful disassembly of each part, a deep cleaning and rust removal phase, and finally, the reassembly and finishing touches. This process will not only make the excavator look brand new, but it will also ensure that every part works as it was originally intended. First, we're starting with disassembly. Each screw and connection needs to be removed gently. For a delicate project like this, rushing can lead to broken pieces, stripped screws, or lost parts. We're using precision screwdrivers to handle each tiny screw. Notice the rust and grime settled into the joints and connectors. It's a true sign of long-term neglect. With each screw removed, we're able to take off the different panels, exposing the mechanical inner workings. It's important to keep track of each piece. Losing even a single screw can make reassembly a challenge, so we're placing each piece in labeled containers. Each part we detach brings us closer to reaching the heart of this excavator, its motor and electronics. Now we can see the motor and wiring. Dust has coated every component, and the wires are brittle from age. Carefully, we'll disconnect each part. At this point, it's clear that not all components will be salvageable. We're already taking notes on parts that may need replacement to ensure full functionality when we rebuild. Now, with each part set aside, it's time to clean and remove rust. This phase is often the most time-intensive, but it's also where we'll see the biggest transformation. Starting with the largest metal parts, we'll use a combination of wire brushes and sandpaper to remove surface rust. By gently scrubbing away layers of oxidation, we reveal the clean metal underneath. It's hard work, but the satisfaction of seeing that clean metal emerge makes it worthwhile. For smaller, delicate pieces, we'll dip them in a rust-dissolving solution. This liquid treatment will break down the rust without needing excessive scrubbing, especially useful for screws and connectors that could break if handled too roughly. We leave each part in the solution for about 10 to 15 minutes, occasionally checking to ensure we don't damage the metal underneath. Once removed, these parts are rinsed and then dried completely to prevent any chance of future rust formation. Finally, we polish the metal to restore its shine, giving us clean, functional parts that are almost like new. Now let's move on to the electronics. Here, we need to be extra careful. Using a can of compressed air, we'll blow out the dust. This ensures we don't damage any fragile wiring or connectors. Once that's done, we wipe down each component with a soft, lint-free cloth, ensuring that everything is as clean as possible. If you're enjoying this transformation, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. We post new restorations regularly, and your support helps us keep bringing more of these old treasures back to life. With our parts now cleaned and ready, it's time for reassembly. Reassembling a piece like this requires patience and attention to detail. Starting with the undercarriage, we secure the main screws, checking each piece as we go to ensure it's tightly in place without over-tightening, which could lead to cracks in the plastic housing. As we reattach the wheels, we make sure each one moves freely. A little lubrication helps ensure smooth movement and reduces wear. Next, we carefully rebuild the excavator's arm, reattaching the joints and adding a bit of grease to maintain smooth operation. With all the internal parts secure, we move on to the finishing touch, the paint job. A new coat of paint can completely transform the look of an RC machine, and we're using the authentic Komatsu yellow to bring back its original shine. Using even brush strokes, we apply the paint carefully, avoiding any drips or bubbles. After allowing it to dry, we add a clear protective coat for added durability. And here it is, the fully restored Komatsu remote control excavator, brought back from a rusted state to a shining masterpiece. This transformation showcases not just the appearance, but also the functionality of the toy. Now it's time to put it to the test. Just look at it go. The movement is smooth and the controls are responsive. After all the cleaning, polishing, and reassembly, this old machine has been completely reborn, ready to dig, lift, and move just like it did years ago. If you enjoyed this journey from rust to restoration, please consider liking the video and subscribing to our channel. Your support helps us continue bringing old, forgotten treasures back to life. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next restoration adventure.